The Red General deals with Varengar's enemies. She smites them.
Oh, she can smite me.
She did smite me.
And now we're her enemies, because Varengar apparently has history with Ethla, and got real mad about that part.
He's ethel racist, sounds like.
Ethlist, please.
Ethlist? Ethlist? Yeah, there we go.
Bondar is not looking any more comfortable with this development. She's like, we're leaving today. Okay?
I mean,
Everyone, we are leaving today.
yeah, that's probably for the best. Want to put some distance between us and the big, scary hunting tiefling.
But frankly, I'm a little upset with everybody in this room, because no one has commented on my new hat yet.
You have a... Wait.
We got
What?
hats.
We
You
all
were
got new
there
hats,
when
Artie.
we went to the Haberdasher, Arturos. It was like 12 hours ago.
Artie touches his head. Oh my god, I forgot I was wearing this.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Lachlan emerges from the hallway with the cabins, and Bondi looks to him and says, just in time, how long can you restock the ship for a trip? And he says, give me a day, give me 24 hours. And she says, okay, 24 hours, and then we're leaving. If you have any business you want to clean up in Port Meridian, do that now.
Okay, Captain.
Liana says, I have business. I need to pay my workers.
Ooh.
Okay, so what else do you want to know? Is there anything else? Are you satisfied?
Well, for starters, I want to keep Kith here for questioning.
No.
No.
Well, I'm not going to hurt her. I just
No.
need to talk to her.
No.
Kith, where are you staying?
Okay, she doesn't have to answer that question in front of Lyriel.
No, I mean, sorry, Kim, Kim, do you want to... Well, you know what? Kim, would you be willing to step with me into my room, which is now private?
Step into my office, please.
Liana narrows her eyes and says, you can buy her off me.
She's not
Slave?
You think that you have any ground to stand on. Oh, that's funny. You're funny.
Artie, she's part of an organization that is keeping the secret that you're dead.
Yes.
That you're not alive.
You can keep her.
No, we already paid for that one.
I mean, you can keep... how about you keep the money you were going to give us?
Hold up. What are you trying to offer us?
You can keep her for the cost of the broken palace arrangement I am sorting for you.
Excuse me? The whole thing. The whole reason that we said yes to helping you.
Obviously, her intel is extraordinarily important. It may save the lives of this entire city.
Then you ask questions with us, and you do it within 24 hours.
Or we can do sendings as we learn things if she decides to come with us.
I've got paper birds.
And Kim says, why are you all talking about me like I'm not here?
That's why I was asking if you wanted to step into another room so we could figure out what you wanted to do.
And Liana says, I will agree to your terms for the extra 1,000 bonus I was going to give you.
Fine.
Fine.
What? But that's so much. Fine. Okay, sure, whatever. Fine.
Jill holds out her hand. Okay, shake on it.
Liana spits in her hand and shakes your hand.
All right.
Not take backsies on my death thing. We already paid for that.
Now, Kim, would you like to step into the side room and we can kind of discuss what you want to do?
Kim looks terrified and says, sure, fine, just don't hurt me.
I'm not planning on it. You're my sister. As I said, the only time I would hurt you is if I was maybe giving you a noogie. And she moves to step into her room, letting Kim follow her in.
Okay. Do Jilliana and Arturos come with?
No, I think you guys can handle that.
No.
I am going to either want to finish out sort of what business we've got going on in the wardroom, or if that's concluded, I'm probably going to go check in on Kara.
So in the wardroom, Win and Kim walk off. That won't get confusing. Win, Kim. And Liana says, well, if there's nothing else, I will meet you at my office where you met me first. And she says, oh, you don't know it as my office? The inn.
You mean that room upstairs?
Yes, we will go there. and you'll meet me there in an hour. If you're not there in an hour, well, we'll see what happens.
Right. Can I ask you a question first?
Ask.
She kind of glances around at all of the guards, and she's like, "It sure seemed like you have the muscle to handle a whole bunch of weenie cultists yourself. Why ask us to step in?"
And she looks at you, and she raises an eyebrow and says, "In case the Red General showed up."
You fucking knew. And Jilliana, like, looks really, really pissed, shuts her eyes tight, kind of goes through a face journey, holds up her hands in supplication. It's like, well played.
And Liana actually, like, does a little curtsy and says, "You can't blame me for risking other people's lives other than my own people."
I mean, I can, but that's neither here nor there.
You're correct. It is not. At this point, Win, let's cut to you. You've taken Kim into your cabin.
Yeah, my now no longer having a roommate cabin. Actually, did Artie move in? I can't remember.
I don't think we ever talked about sleeping arrangements changing up.
No.
So, it seems to me you've got 3 options in front of you. Option 1, if you do for some reason want to stay and help Elite, that's your thing. We could. I have methods of, like, invisibility and things. We can get you out of here and get you to somewhere in the old city where you can go do whatever you want. Or you could come with us, and if you eventually want to get off, you can. Or you can just stay with us here on the ship, and you could even get off at the next station. You can get off in a few stations so nobody can track you, whatever you'd like. If you have a 4th option, I'm open to hearing it.
Kim looks dazed and says, "I don't know anyone else. I don't even know your names.
I'm Win.
I don't know."
Or Cacophony, depends on my mood. Right now, I'm working on it. I'm thinking I'm going to stay Win more often.
Win. Hi, Win. I'm Kim.
My full name is Gilwin Petrus, but I go by Win. My family, we're from Eastheim.
Oh, you came across the strait.
Yes. We've not been traveling very long, just about 6 months-ish now, a year?
I think 6 to 8 months?
Yeah, about 6 to 8 months now at this point. We've only been in space about that long. The very angry girl with the big hammer, that's Jill. Or Jilliana. She's a cleric Vetla, as she says. The fishman is Arturos, or Artie. Or, if we're in public, Archie. Don't ask questions.
I see. I'm guessing you go around and introduce
everyone. I describe everybody vaguely as I'm going around in the circle. That's our crew for the Kestrel.
The more you describe, the more confused she looks, and she says, I don't have anywhere else to go, but I've also never left Port Meridian."
Well, I hadn't left Eastheim until recently, but it's scary, but it's worth it, in my opinion, to sometimes expand and get to know people who aren't like you.
She looks up at you, Win, and she says, "You are strangely kind to me. Can I ask a favor?
Yes.
Do you have any clothes?"
I've got tons.
Oh,
she moves
does she?
She moves to open the chest, and just, like, piles fall out. It's like it's a never-ending chest of clothes. Pick whatever you'd like.
Kim's eyes bulge out. I'd say after a couple minutes, you get her outfitted in a very simple Win outfit, just a plain white shirt, a plain brown skirt, some sandals, so that she is not, mostly naked anymore.
And you can keep that cloak. Actually, do you want my cloak of protection? It'll keep you a little bit safer. And she swings it around her and binds it on, or ties it on, or however you tie a cloak on.
Like a big sister.
Kim looks utterly shocked, and little tears appear in her eyes, and she says, "Thank you."
You're my little sister, I told you.
Oh, does Finn have a sandwich now?
By the time you get back, there will be food, don't you worry. She says, "Can we decide later?"
Yes, I can't promise you'll have forever to decide, but you've got at least the rest of the day. And you know what? I've got a free bunk. If you're okay with sleeping in here with me, I don't actually sleep being a full elf, but if you're all right being in here with me, you can sleep. And do you want to just rest and not have to deal with the others right now?
Well, I need to talk with the angry lady. Will probably get mad at you.
She can get mad at me all she wants. Take a nap and then you can talk to her in the morning and I can tell her to come back then.
No, it's fine. Let's go.
All
Let's
right.
go. It's fine. You've already done so much to me.
Meh.
I'm and pretty much everything she says is peppered with confusion and vacant stares. She's clearly
All right.
not all here right now.
That's right. We'll step outside. You can talk to her. Whenever she's satisfied, we can get you back in here. And I'm sure Finn has some food for you right now.
In fact, when you do open the door and Finn is standing there holding it's a large sausage and a hunk of cheese.
She signs a breathless, basically a thank you, and then offers that over to Kim as she guides her back into the wardroom.
Okay. So the rest of you see Kim walking into the wardroom. She's wearing plain clothes, a plain white shirt, a plain brown skirt, and Wynn's magic cloak of protection that she's had forever, which...
Yeah, Jill nods. Yeah.
And is clutching, a sausage and some cheese and is nervously eating. And she looks over to Liana and says, "I'll come with you in an hour. It's fine. I'll talk. Just don't kill me." And Liana says, I won't kill you unless you attack me. It's fine. But you are going to need to come with us until we know what to do with you.
If she wants to come back here, then she can come back here.
We'll see. Liana's group packs it in and heads off, and you're left with a very frazzled Captain Bondar ordering Lachlan around.
Did the hot elf leave?
Liana?
Wait, was there not a hot male elf earlier today? Is that my imagination?
There was a buff guard elf.
There was a buff guard elf, yes.
With it, Liliana?
Yeah, he left with Liana.
Artie will, sneak to the side and be like, "I'll see you later."
You know what? Roll persuasion.
Alrighty. And that's a 25.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no.
So you put on... You sidle up to this guy and you strike a pose and you try to whisper something. Maybe you stand on something to whisper in his ear.
He winks.
And the guard gives you... looks down at you and gives you the faintest little nod and then goes back to standing up very stiffly. Not the only stiff thing. Hey.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Jill, you return to your cabin, and there is Kara lying asleep on the bed. Her scars, which should be really, really bad, have been magically cleaned up, but only a little.
Yeah, I mean...
She still looks like she's basically had half her body scarred off.
Jilliana wants to do essentially just the narrative equivalent of a medicine check. Basically, she'd just be going through, doing sort of a checkup, a once-over, everything that she would do if she was taking in a new patient as a healer.
Sure.
Just to keep an eye on exactly what she's working on, what's happening, and how sort of any kind of healing magic is proceeding.
Go for it. I will say... You can either roll a medicine check, or if you like, because of the time taken, you can just take 10, an automatic 10 on the die, plus whatever bonuses you can add.
My passive medicine is a 19.
Yeah, so if you want to take 10, that'll be you've got plus 9. You'll just automatically get a 19 on that with you taking this amount of time if you like. You don't need to roll for it.
I just rolled for it and I got a dirty 20.
So... Oh yeah, you rolled an 11 on the die. So that just means you do it a little faster. And in this time, you determine that Kara will be okay. The lingering injury has been cured by the high-level magic that Lachlan recklessly burnt off. However, because of the conditions in which he did it, she will remain scarred until or unless she is hit with a very high-level spell like Regenerate or Wish.
Wish?
What level is Regenerate?
Like 7 or 8, isn't it?
It's not a low-level spell.
No.
That is a 7th level spell, so
yeah,
she'll need to regenerate to fix those scars. Yeah. And you're like the most powerful cleric in the sphere.
Probably?
There's a good chance of it.
Fucking Wish, yeah, no!
So... you hear a faint knock behind you, actually, Jill.
Mm-hmm.
And Lachlan is standing in the doorway looking very glum.
Hey, babe.
Hey, I'm I'm sorry. I panicked.
No, it's our look. Just come in here.
Yeah, he does in fact come in and kneels beside you at your bunk, and he says, I was so worried. I'm
No,
sorry.
I get it. I get it. And it would be a really big shock to see Kara fucked up like that. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry.
She's a tough one. She'll pull through. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. I just. That is. The one time I ask if she will help out, and that happens on my watch. Not great.
Can't believe she got it to disintegrate off, though.
Oh.
Didn't even know she could do magic like that.
Holy shit, you should have seen her. She was incredible.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah, I've never actually seen her, like... I mean, she was actually, like, participating.
Yeah, look, she's a little rough around the edges, but she was one of my best friends out here while you guys were away. I've known Veli for longer, but Kara was the one who always worked with me. Veli was Veli.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you guys were both you both kind of came on to do the same job, so you probably worked, like, pretty closely together, huh?
Yeah, and Veli doesn't do people as well. Doesn't do, as they put it, fleshlings.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
Yeah. There's been, you wouldn't know this, there's been many a night of drinking and cards while you have been away.
Oh, yeah, is that, how, yeah, you know, that would explain it, actually. That would...
Explain what?
Oh, Wynn told me a story about how Kara decided to just sort of tell you that I wanted your dick when I was trying to figure out how to ask you on a date. Which are two different D words, by the way.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
Well, and this very cheeky look comes over his face. She wasn't wrong.
Jill elbows him and just cackles. Like, okay, well, got them both in the end, but... Well, not in the end, you're... Anyway.
Yeah.
Look,
I'm sorry.
I understand why you decided to do a heal there. It's not a bad idea, but we are really going to have to sit down and talk about field medicine if you're going to keep that up, okay? Like, just from a professional standpoint, there are a lot of factors that you have to take into account when healing's involved. Like, you learn that shit in the swamps. You have to know about sanitation.
Eberron's different.
Okay.
But
like,
if you would teach me about medicine, I would appreciate that.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we've got some time before Eberron. If you want, I can pull out some of the healing guidance in some of my Ethelyn texts, and we can go over some of that. But
okay,
yeah,
I'll work out a way for a downtime activity to work so that you can give Lachlan medicine proficiency because he does not have that.
Oh, dope! Sure.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have that. That's why he makes these stupid decisions. In the meantime, Wynn, Artie, anything you want to be doing before you go meet Liana with Kim?
I was just going to stalk Liana and Kim and hang out nearby, just in case Kim needs help.
All right. Arturos?
No, nothing before the meeting.
Okay. Well, the hour passes, and you head on back to the One-Eyed Lady. Kim is with you now, looking a little more secure now that she's not mostly naked.
Man, evil cultists sure love being scantily clad. Evil can't get enough of being sexy.
It wasn't very sexy clothing. It was dirty, it was nasty, and it was mostly burnt off.
It was a skirt and a crop top.
Yeah, that's more a povo thing than a sexy thing.
Okay, fair enough. With the like the evil accoutrement, like the helmet and shit, it came off more like ragged evil sexy.
Maybe it was the splash art I got off the internet that conveyed that.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So going to the One-Eyed Lady, you all march in, and the bartender sees you all walk in and says, "Oh, it's them. Head on upstairs. She's up there."
Thumbs up.
She's the large orc lady.
Sorry?
Who has, in fact, one eye.
Oh yeah, the bartender, yeah.
Yeah, the bartender.
Thank you.
Annie just perked
No
up
worries.
quite a bit.
Yeah. I know what I'm about.
Right. So you make your way upstairs, and there is Liana, and it's just Liana. There are no guards visible in this room.
I like how you say they're not visible.
Artie pouts.
I'm a DM. My duty is to say you don't see any guards.
Right.
Whether or not there are guards there, well, that's who can say.
Who can say?
The room isn't huge, though. There doesn't look like there'd be a lot of room for the guards. But the four of you cram in. And there's Liana, and she's actually flipped the bunk up against the wall to make room, dragged the table into the center, and there is a table, a chair on one side that she's sitting in. She's got a notepad in front of her, and a chair on the other side. And she says, "Welcome! Kim, please take a seat." And Kim actually turns and looks at you, Win,
She looks to Kim.
like as if asking for approval.
Yeah, of course.
So Kim nervously goes and sits in front of Liana. And Liana says, Kim, Kimalia Haloed, look at you now. I've got a lot of questions for you. And Kim says, I know. And Liana says, I'm not going to hurt you, but if you do attack me, you will get put down. You understand that, right? And Kim's like, yeah.
Wynn
it's fine.
moves
I
to
won't
just
attack
kind of
you."
casually sit next to Kim, like pulls up a chair, twists it around backwards, and then just sits on it.
Oh, just for the purposes of that, I will say there is one extra chair pushed off to the side.
Excellent.
Liana shoots you a dirty look.
I smile pleasantly.
This conversation would take a while, so I'm going to skim over it. However, there are a few things you learn. The first, Liana manages to get out of Kim that she was simply telling Varenga what she was doing at the time. What she had been tasked to do was draw a number of those similar circles at various points around the city. Liana notes them all down.
Out of curiosity, does she list the one of the sewers among them?
No, she does not.
Interesting.
Either she doesn't know about it, or she's lying. But at a couple of points, Liana does call Kim out on lies, and then Kim goes to tell the truth.
Okay. Okay, we don't have to do it like this.
What do you mean?
I'm a cleric, we can just cast a zone of truth.
If you offer? Do you actually offer that?
Yeah, if she, like, probably the second time that she catches Kith in a lie.
Liana says, no thank you. I've got this. I'm more interested, and she looks at Kim, in seeing what she actually says, not what she's forced to say. And Kim shrinks a little under that gaze. Liana asks her a few more questions. There is, in fact, Kim is very confused and more or less seems brainwashed by this cult into thinking that she is alone in the world. The world is out to get her. Varenga is the only person...
Wynn leans forward in her chair. Meanwhile,
she believes that Varenga is her friend and the one who will save her. Varenga did fix her lame leg, did give her enough food to get by, and Kim was in fact telling the truth when she said that Varenga's people were the only ones who treated her with any kind of kindness, or at least, basic support. I won't say humanity. There are almost no humans involved. In fact, I don't think there's a single human involved in the last... In this, there's no human in this room, so yeah. I won't say humanity, but you get what I'm saying.
Personhood.
You get the point. Personhood. She finds out that that Kim has no idea of anything to do with the worm, except that the worm is Varenga's symbol and, quote, his purifying darkness. And Kim does show a tattoo that was hidden by the rags before. It's on one of her collarbones, and it is of a black swirl. That's about as much, though, as Liana can get out of her. There's not a whole lot that Kim actually knows. And do any of you want to interject at any of these points that I've given?
as long as Kim is continuing to answer and not resisting, then Wynn is going to let it go.
Jill will probably chime in, and you might want to check out the sewers a little more thoroughly, though.
At that, Liana just hands you the notebook where she's taking down the locations for you to mark it down if you wish.
Yeah, Jill will. I mean, she doesn't exactly remember. She's got like a half-assed map somewhere way back in her journal, but she'll just sort of.
More or
she'll
less.
just make an approximation.
Liana says, I've got people. It's fine. I've got this.
Okay.
At the end, Liana snaps her notebook shut. She says, all right, Kim, you are free to go. You may leave the town if you wish. You may even leave the planet. But if I catch you doing any more cult shit, I will burn you to ash. Do you understand? And Kim just ducks her head and says, yes, it's fine. I won't. I'm sorry. I won't. Okay. And Liana says, great! Then we're done here.
Wynn turns to Kim and says, now what do you want to do?
Kim pauses and says, can we go just
Of course.
anywhere?
Come on.
Question. So you knew about the Red General too, then?
Liana says, I had heard whispers,
Okay.
you know?
Anything else in the interest of us being able to do a better job that you might know that you would want to just sort of pass along to us about the cult shit that's going on around town? Or anywhere, really? Considering it wants to eat the place where we all live, i.e. the material plane?
Nothing you don't already know, just that those communion circles have something to do with collapsing stars and making portals for transport. That's all I've got.
Okay. And I guess...
Also, I should stress that this is after Kim and Wynn have left the room.
That's fine.
Wynn, she wouldn't say this in front of Kim.
No, that's fine. Wynn accompanies her downstairs and asks if she wants anything from the bar to eat real quick.
Okay, when you guys come down, you will find Kim stuffing her face on eyeball soup.
That's fine. Wynn pays for it and then gives a nice big tip. We've got adventurers money. It's fine.
Okay.
All right,
cool.
one more question.
Yes?
Who exactly are we working with?
What do you mean?
I mean that the last time my friends got involved with the Cinders, we knew exactly what their job was. We had a general situation, but you're definitely someone important. At least you're able to command people around. You've got men, you've got top men. You're clearly in control of some sort of purse funds, and you're even offering to organize heists in exchange. Just so I know who we're dealing with, how's your situation with the Cinders?
Me?
Mhm.
Oh, I am just a humble servant of the Cinders, but we have
humble
a
tailor.
vested we have a vested interest in making sure that Port Meridian does not get invaded.
By the call. Yep. Okay.
I like having ground under my feet.
Yep.
I like having
Yep.
a warm bed and a hot meal.
Mhm.
You know how it is.
Okay, that's fine. Don't answer my question. That's cool.
I did. I am but a cinder.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're the whole damn fire.
Liana shrugs
Yeah.
and smiles sweetly.
Okay, that's fine. Worth asking.
Anything is worth asking.
Yeah. Okay then, if that's all we've got here, minus a certain amount of bonus fee, was there any other transaction we need to take care of here to be squaresies?
She dramatically, looks ponderous and she says, no, I think you're good.
No.
Anna, it's been a long time.
Yeah?
Did she actually promise us any kind of, finder's fee or anything?
No, this was in exchange for helping you arrange the heist on the Broken Palace.
Okay.
Yeah. She does say, however, your quartermaster, or should I say your boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
will find the markets are a little bit kinder to him, price-wise. I put out the word. Just a preemptive thing.
Jill nods. Okay. Much obliged. Thanks for passing that cool little tip along.
I look after my people.
Hmm.
Is there anything else?
Well, yes. I think we both know that little stunt was unnecessary.
Which little stunt?
Oh, the one where you don't tell us about the big, scary, hot lady who could kill us, potentially.
Oh, we didn't know she was going to show up.
No, but you knew, though, didn't you?
Who can
That's
say?
why you sent us. If you didn't know, you wouldn't have sent us.
Who can say for sure at this point?
I can say for sure.
Okay. What about it?
I want to know why someone is looking for me.
Well, Arturos, that information is going to cost you.
I'm supposed to be dead. No one's supposed to think that I could be not dead. That was your job. The Cinders.
Well, this isn't the same people. The people who were looking for you before were priests from your town. They're dead now. They're long dead. This person who dropped off the wanted poster, I didn't look into them because they were just a normal person.
Yeah. But they had my picture.
And his full-ass name.
And my name, which means they had to go to my home, which means someone there thinks I am not dead.
Well,
that was not the bargain. The priests were not the bargain.
I can tell you who dropped off the notice.
No, I want to know why.
I would like to know who dropped off the notice.
I don't know why, but I can tell you who dropped off the notice. I didn't ask questions. They were a dwarf with bright red hair.
We already know that. I want to know why.
Actually, you did not know that it was a dwarf with red hair.
Well, not red hair, but a dwarf, yes.
We did know it was a dwarf.
So?
Liana shrugs and says, I don't know. Did you go raising the alarm? I didn't send anyone back to your place. I just killed off the people who were chasing you. Well, actually, that wasn't me. That was Hatcher.
Yes. And if your people can't put up their end of the bargain, how can we trust you? How can anyone trust you and your word?
You're getting very upset over something I have no control over, Arturos.
Oh, but we both know that you do. You have a lot of webs in a lot of spider pots or whatever they do.
Arturos, I didn't send runners back to flood space. They came out on their own.
If they didn't think I was dead at home, why would they give my picture to someone looking for me?
Liana says, I don't know. I don't think about you very often.
As well, you shouldn't. But now you will. Now your debt is not owed. Wait, no, that's not.
Not paid.
Not paid. There we go. Stupid comment.
Arturos, I owe you nothing. If you want me to run a search, I can do that for you at a price.
Yeah, the price was you didn't tell us about the big, scary hot lady.
Arturos...
I mean, we could always tell people around here how you don't hold up your end of the bargain in the end, and how you like to con your supposed friends.
Arturos,
by not telling them
Prospero.
the whole story.
Are you threatening me? The humble harbor master, the pillar of the community?
Harbor master's assistant.
Don't piss on my leg and say it's raining.
She laughs and says, Arturos, I know you think you're very scary. But if you want me to look into something for you, you're going to have to pay us, or you're going to have to go away empty-handed. We staged your assassination. That was the deal.
Yeah. So then why do people think I'm alive?
That's not my problem. I did as I was asked.
You did. I don't recall seeing you there.
I handle the paperwork.
Mm-hmm. I do want to roll an intimidation check, though.
So you do actually want to try and actively intimidate her?
I mean this whole thing was an
he's
intimidation.
kind of been trying to speak intimidatingly. I would say that's...
No. I will say that you can roll intimidation if you like.
That sounds like it's unbearably
That sounds
high.
like a challenge.
That sounds like a challenge.
Go for it.
I mean, would this be intimidation or persuasion? It's the same.
this is very much
100%
intimidation.
intimidation, my guy.
Oof, that's a 17.
That is a 17. All right. Now let me roll a wisdom save on Liana Fairhell. So the number you had to beat is a 27.
Damn it.
10 short. I'm sorry.
Worth a shot, though.
Yes, it is. I should have rolled the wisdom save first so you would have known what you were throwing for. It would have been more dramatic that way.
I mean, this is still dramatic.
Here's the thing. If you had rolled a nat 20, you would have successfully intimidated. But,
Yeah. Say lovey.
so she laughs and says, "Oh, Arturos, pay me or get out."
Fine, it was worth a shot.
What do you want to do?
I don't know, how much does it cost now? It better not be more hair. I swear to God.
The hair was not the cost, it was part of how we...
It was the cost!
Juliana pats Artie reassuringly on the shoulder.
Sending people out to flood space is going to be very expensive. It will be... And she pulls out her notepad and starts doing some sums. So we need to charter a ship, we need to hire crew, we need to hire spies, we need to get a lot of money for bribes.
This sounds like a lot of stuff that you could just look for the dwarf for.
And that, I mean,
That? No, to ensure that it is found out that you are dead. This is what you want, right? You want them to think you are dead.
Artie, do you want to start small? Do you want them to just look into the dwarf?
I want to know why. Why are they looking for me if I'm supposed to be dead?
Okay, well, do you want to start with your whole ass family in your whole ass sphere, or do you want to start with the dwarf and see where that dwarf leads?
Yeah, go for the dwarf, because my family, you can't pull off fins.
All right.
That's a very uncomfortable idiom, and I hope it's an idiom.
Liana rolls her eyes and scribbles on the paper a bit more and says, "All right, for bribes, for cover-ups. All right, that'll be 1,000 gold."
Do I have that in my pockets? Let me check.
I do. I've got the bag of holding.
If you don't, I've got a pile of it downstairs, too.
Oh yeah, no.
Jill counts out a K.
And she says, "Thank you very much." Also, Arturos, real quick, while we're looking at your sheet, you have 4 things attuned and can only have 3 things attuned. Could you please pick one of your 4 items, the tattoo, the tank top, the cloak of protection, or the anti-scrying amulet, and tell me which one you want to be unattuned?
Well, I can't get rid of the amulet or the tank top. I forgot that I had the tattoo. Let's go with cloak of protection.
All right. So, Liana says, she accepts the money and says, "Thank you," and takes the whole bag and stuffs it into her pocket, which is the size of a normal pocket. Clearly, her pockets are not normal.
Honestly, I assumed that you were gonna end that. I've been around cacophony too long. I thought you were gonna end that sentence with just stuff it between her cleavage.
Yes.
Just the
Very
boot
nice.
pocket.
The boob pocket, no. It is the belt pouch, like a belt pocket.
The cleavage of holding.
And she says, "Wonderful. I know when you need to leave. I will have information for you before you leave town or your money back."
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Juliana nudges Artie. Artie?
Oh, into the like general wall area. I'll meet you downstairs. And then he walks out.
Artie says thank you.
That
see.
wasn't for you.
I know. Also, he's definitely gonna boink the guard.
Oh, that's fine. I can always
Yeah.
use new guards.
Oh, no, not kill.
Oh, well, I can always find new guards. If one is compromised, it's no biggie.
Okay. All right.
Is there anything else?
No, are we anything else from you? I think we're good.
She spreads her hands and says, "I think we're done here."
Okay. Great doing business with you.
It was wonderful. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your stay.
Yeah, are you going to be are you like do you have somebody with sendings that can like ID me to send off some kind of message about this palace job that we're doing?
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I've got that all under control.
Great, super mysterious, little unsettling. That just seems to be how you do. So cool. Finger guns.
She simply sits there at the desk with her fingers interlocked and a smile on her face as you walk out the door.
All right, Gendo.
No, she doesn't push up her glasses.
All right, Jill heads downstairs.
Where you find Kim and Win, Kim digging into a bowl of soup and Win feeding her more.
Mm-hmm. Wynn is casually pouring her more liquid to drink and then shoving over another bowl.
Gem Jammer is performed by Annie Creighton, Anna Emmeline, Rio Rios, and Mackenzie Weaver, and is edited by Jake Mason. Our cover art is by Canary Witch, who can be found at canarywitch.carrd.co, and our character design is by Rio Rios, who can be found at rios.com. Our opening and closing music is by Saad Akhtar Ali. For bonus content, such as Liana's private diary, behind-the-scenes homebrew stuff, and other features from our other shows, I Will Fight You and Date Me Dammit, our Patreon has it all from only $1 a month at patreon.com/thegemjam. Thank you so very much for listening. Stay safe out there, and we'll catch you next time. Oh, Toolbox, hello.
My toolbox is also here. Toolbox is in the room.
Quantum Toolbox.